Hi, it's Mr. Smith, and in this video I will be giving you a video tour of my math lab. Well, that's the old name. It's actually called MyLab Math. I don't like the new name. All right, let's go to MyLab Math. This was the home page of our course. Now notice there's another way to get in here, this link here when you're using these links to navigate. So the first thing you're going to want to do is run the browser check. So I'm not going to go in there, but if you click on there and then run the browser check, it'll tell you if you need to download any add-ins or whatever they call them for or programs in order to run MyMathLab and to get all the features with no problems. Now we're going to be going into assignments, but before we do that, let's look at the other things that are here. Now the grade book is only going to help you as far as knowing how you've done on individual assignments, quizzes, or homework assignments, or tests. I think I'll be putting them in here. But all to say, because of the way the settings are in my math lab, the overall grade is not going to be correct. You're going to want to get that through eCampus. And so in eCampus at the top in the blue ribbon, you have a grades link, and that's where you'll check your grades. I'll update that after each test. Let's go ahead to eText. Takes just a minute to download, or a few seconds, not a whole minute, but doesn't come right away. So let's go ahead and click on table of contents. Basically, you have access. This is what the physical book looks like. You have access to all the sections. Let's go to this one here. We can click here so you can see more of the page. Now keep in mind, I've made the page smaller because I'm making this video. In the regular full-size window, you'll be able to see everything just fine. And then this is how you go to other pages. You can also type in the page you want to go to. Also, if you go up here, there's some information on accessibility if you're interested in that. And then you can print the page. That's not really a great feature. You can print it, but they put some other stuff in the middle and it's kind of small. But you can do that. You can also only print one page at a time. So it's not the best setup, but you can see that the book is in there and it's quite nice. Let me just see something here. Now it's interactive, so you can actually click on some of these icons and you can try problems. You could read the examples and try problems. So this is one way that you can learn the material for the book, literally in the book. All right, let's go back to where we were. And I think we have to click out of this link or out of this tab. All right, so let's go back to MyLab Math. And we were here. Now multimedia library, that's what we'll look at next. So basically, these are all the resources that come with the book. So let's go to chapter 1 and let's click on select all. So these are some videos. I'm not real familiar with these. You can check them out if you want. Here's some animations which are also videos. The main videos I want to point you to are these are the videos for each section of the textbook, and these are done by the author of the book, and she does quite a nice job. These are PowerPoints for each section, so you could learn the material through these PowerPoints. And then these are the sections, or I'm sorry, so this was the book up here. I don't think I said that right. Here's your videos. In fact, let's see. Yeah, these are, so if you click here, this is the video for that section that she does. And then these are individual videos based on the objectives. All right, so you'll also have access to some of these through the homework. All right, let's see if we can go back. I think getting around in this is a little bit different than what we're used to from before if you've gone in through Blackboard. So I'm going to click out of there. I got to go back through here. Don't really like that part too much, but most of the time you're not clicking on these links, you're just going to the assignments link. Here is a place where you can go if you're interested in accessible resources. This is where you can go to purchase a hard copy of the book. It's just loose leaf paper like in a binder. And goodness, don't know why it's taken so long. All right, I think it's about $60. I don't want to spend too much time there, but you know, you don't need to do that. You have access to the book online, and for most students that's good enough, but if you really want to have a printed copy, you can purchase that. All right, let's go back. And integration support is where you'll have to go if you have any kind of problems throughout the semester, and that's where Pearson may ask you to go to get some information so they can help you. And the last thing I want to mention is this tab on the growth mindset. So for students that really struggle with being successful and being positive, having just a real fear of math, these are some great videos. We may spend some time in here, but if not, you're certainly welcome to watch the videos, and if you want to talk through anything, I'm certainly willing to do that. But I just think, we have a way of, it's amazing how the mind works. We can get into a very negative tone, or we can get into a very positive tone, and it can make a real difference in our lives, especially with learning. If you've had a lot of failure, it's hard to overcome that. You have to change your way of thinking, you have to have some successes, and you build on those successes. So anyway, I think you might find that useful, or you may be interested, so I wanted to leave that there, and it's there for you if you would like to check it out. All right, so let's go ahead and go into assignments now. Again, this is where you're normally going to go. And let's see, let's go. Now, I think I want to go down here. So this is not true for the first chapter. I didn't have a lecture part, but for most sections, you'll have a lecture part and then the homework. So the lecture is where you learn the material or review the material. Now, for some topics, you may say, man, I already know this. You don't need to do this unless you feel like you need to work on it. So notice here's the PowerPoint notes for that section. This is an introduction to decimals. This is the book. I think it says book. And then this is the video that's done by the author for this section. And so those are all there to help you learn the material. Now, in some cases, I think I told you, I got this course a couple of weeks before the semester started. And so I don't have videos. I normally put my own videos in my online courses. I may, in some cases, I may feel like the author's focus is on a little different, set of problems, or they teach something differently than what I'd like to, or the way I teach. So if I do put a video in here, it'll be at the top and it'll start with 1T. So I don't know how many I'll do, but that's something I may do. I'm sure I'll make at least some videos. But again, the books videos are very good. All right, so let's go ahead and go into an assignment. We'll just go ahead and go into this one here. And so you can see, first of all, this is the name, and this is when it's due. This assignment is due. Notice there's a 25% deduction if you get this turned in late. And let's go ahead and we'll just start on question 9. So 1 300ths. So I'm going to get this wrong intentionally. Actually, before I do that, I just want to point out you can navigate here from problem to problem. you can arrow forward or back. Also, when you put in an answer, it'll take you to the next problem. You can also click here. So you got several ways you can get into the problems. Notice there was also a print button there so you could print out the assignment. The only thing I'd warn you about printing out the assignment is I've had students in the past, I haven't had this recently, where they said I printed it out, I did all the work, and then when I went back in, the problems changed numbers. So if that happens, let me know. But I haven't heard that complaint lately, so maybe that's not an issue. So I also want to point out over here, there's some more accessibility information. Here's where you can also print out the problems. And then the Help Center, if you have any problems, you might try that out, but I'd be interested if you try it out and you get some good help. I'm not even sure. I guess we could, oh goodness, what did I do? Let's go back, we were on 9. Let's click on that and see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm just not sure if it'll be helpful to you or not, but I just wanted to point it out. All right, what I do want you to see is there's a button to help me solve this. So it'll help you solve this problem. And then once you do that, it'll give you a new problem and you'll do that one. Or maybe you like this problem and you can view an example. Just go step by step and it'll walk you through it. You also have Get More Help. Notice there's a video that you can watch for this. You can go to your textbook. So this is how you can get into your textbook. You'll go to section 5.1. This is an animation, which is also a video. Also, if it's like on the weekend or you know, at a time when you're really frustrated with the problem and you need some help, you could always click on this. It'll send me a copy of the problem so I can see exactly what you're doing, and you can put in your specific question right here. And as long as there's not too many of these, I should be able to kind of keep up on them. But it kind of depends on, you know, how things are going on my day as far as how fast I can get to you. But I always try to get back as quickly as I can. In some cases, it's right away. Okay, so I think we're ready to go ahead and put in the answer here. So 1 in 300. So I'm just going to put 0.13, 1300ths. Of course, that's wrong. And I could put in different ones. I'm just going to put this in wrong 3 times. Normally you get 3 shots. Notice the third time it says final check. And it tells you the correct answer and the answer that you gave. Notice in this case there's a skill builder, so you can actually go and work on this skill. Let's go ahead. Oh, it's not even taking us to the next problem. Let's take ourselves to the next problem. And so let's see, negative 803 and 663 thousandths. So that's correct. Now notice I got a green check on that one. Let's go back to the one that we missed. We could have done this before, or we can do it now. We can click on this similar question, 4 and 200ths. And notice now we got it right. And notice that red X turned to a green check. The point here is you can always get 100% on your homework if you're willing to go back and fix the answers that are incorrect. All right, well, that's all I've got for you. I hope that that helps you. If you have any questions, let me know. That's it for this video.